guess if I had to pick a theme for this year's trip out west, it would simply be gratitude. Well, that and wind. Man, did I ever have to fly in some challenging wind this year. But overall, I felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude to be able to return to Zion in 2020. Now don't get me wrong, me not being able to fly to Utah, it would have hardly been the most tragic thing to happen this year. But in April, it didn't look like that trip was going to happen. Like most everyone, my entire life was put on hold in the spring. With nothing to do, it seemed like a flight in the fall would have been impractical at best and financially irresponsible at worst. So I accepted that this year was going to be different, and perhaps I could live vicariously through Ben Horn's videos. It's funny the twists and turns life takes though. In April, and with my job being what it is, I didn't know if I would ever be able to work the same way again. But then slowly but surely, bits of normal began to creep back into life. I was able to work again in May, and much to my surprise, I was actually busier than ever. Suddenly, what was once in doubt was looking like a real possibility. Of course, I would have been just fine staying at home. However, the thought of seeing Utah in 2020 was a real morale boost. So in mid-October, and with my friend Tommy as co-pilot, I departed once again from my home airport and aimed the plane westward. Last year, the thought of photography and having to produce images and content had made me question whether or not I still wanted to do this. This year, I didn't care the least bit if a single image turned out. I was getting to fly and visit Zion. And if a single photograph turned out, it would simply be icing on the cake. Of course, you may be thinking that it's easy to say that now, knowing that the images turned out, but I genuinely felt this way the entire trip. I know how lucky I am to be able to make this trip in the manner that I do, and I genuinely try to never take that for granted. This year was extra special though. In fact, now that I've had some time to reflect, this may be my second favorite trip to Zion. And let's be honest, nothing will ever top the truly once-in-a-lifetime color of 2018. But outside of mind-bending colors, I don't believe anything else can top this year's trip. I got to visit new canyons, expose some film, share my favorite place with friends and family, and, if only for a week, life felt almost normal. Wherever you're watching this, I hope you've been able to find moments of normal this year. And so I'll close on gratitude. I'm grateful for this year's trip, for friends and a sister that trust me to fly them across the country in a small airplane. I'm grateful for the excellent crosswind flight instructors that I had, and that I didn't get attacked by that German Shepherd in Neon Canyon. Last, I'm grateful for all of you for following my adventures over the year. I hope you enjoy this year's trip to Zion National Park.